something about the current vibe surrounding the Los Angeles Rams just feels different, and we need to talk about why Aaron Donald was spotted grinding through drills at our practice facility. Multiple reports confirm Donald spent an hour running drills on the field this past Friday, fueling intense speculation that the legendary defensive tackle is considering a comeback. It is absolutely wild to think about Donald teaming up with Myles Garrett to anchor this defense, and the potential impact on our Super Bowl aspirations is massive. My name is Lucas, and the more details come out, the harder it is to ignore what is going on behind the scenes. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your name and city in the comments below. Let's get into it. The Los Angeles Rams are facing a potential return for an absolute legend, as rumors swirl that Aaron Donald might come out of retirement. Donald is a foundational icon for this franchise, having spent his entire illustrious career here as the heartbeat of our defense before deciding to step away after the 2023 season. His impact on this team is immeasurable, and the prospect of him back in a Rams uniform has energized every single one of us. According to reporter Michael Babcock, the excitement reached a fever pitch this Friday after Donald spent an hour at our practice facility running through drills. Babcock observed that the superstar looked gassed when walking off the field, sparking immediate speculation that he is working to get his body back into game shape. This follows a week where he was caught on film sharing pass rush secrets with Steelers safety Jaquan Brisker while proudly wearing a Rams shirt. It is clear that the recent blockbuster trade for Myles Garrett has reignited his competitive fire. Here's the thing nobody wants to say. We have to wonder if a veteran of his caliber can truly regain his dominant form after time away from the grind of an NFL season. While the Rams are currently built as legitimate Super Bowl favorites with a much stronger roster than in years past, the physical toll of the game remains the ultimate test for any athlete nearing the end of their journey. We know he wants to be part of an all-in championship run, but will his return actually stabilize our defensive front or merely complicate the rotation Sean McVay has worked so hard to establish? We are going to look closely at the financial and personnel implications of this move as we wait for an official decision from the man himself in the coming days. The most shocking development here is that Aaron Donald, despite his formal retirement after the 2023 campaign, is intentionally utilizing the team facility to test his physical limits just before training camp begins. Here's what people are missing. This resurgence did not happen in a vacuum, as the organization intentionally pivoted from a rebuilding phase to a win-now mentality, culminating in the blockbuster trade for two-time Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. That specific acquisition seems to have reignited a competitive fire in Donald that had remained dormant for months. While he previously focused on personal interests, his sudden willingness to offer professional pass rush tips to others suggests a man transitioning back into a football mindset. Historically, we have seen legendary players struggle to walk away from the game, yet Donald is unique because he retired at a point where his performance levels remained historically high. Behind closed doors, Sean McVay and the front office are likely navigating a complex situation where they must balance respect for a franchise icon with the tactical need to integrate a potential returnee into a roster already constructed for a championship run. The Rams are no longer relying on inexperienced youth to fill critical gaps, and the prospect of pairing a rejuvenated Donald with established stars creates a defensive alignment that is terrifying for any opponent on our 2026 schedule. If he is truly working through hour-long drills to reclaim his conditioning, the front office is surely calculating how to deploy him in a specialized, high-impact role that protects his longevity. Seeing him on the field is not just a rumor, it is a tangible sign that the hunger to compete for one more ring has officially returned to Los Angeles. We are witnessing a calculated gamble that could define our pursuit of a championship this upcoming season. With the 2026 season on the horizon, the prospect of Aaron Donald returning to the field is truly the ultimate turning point for our franchise. This is not just a rumor because seeing him run drills at our facility suggests that the itch to compete remains very strong. The part fans are not ready for is just how significantly this changes our championship math. By adding a motivated Donald back into the mix alongside a talent like Myles Garrett, we are no longer just looking at a solid defensive rotation. We are looking at a historic tandem that could dominate every snap. Financially, this move would require some creative maneuvering from the front office to manage the salary cap, but the immediate impact on our depth chart would be transformative. Rather than needing to rely on younger players to handle the heavy lifting, we could utilize a rotating pass rush strategy that keeps everyone fresh for the fourth quarter. When we face our toughest opponents, this level of pressure will disrupt even the most disciplined defensive schemes. This development immediately forces our division rivals to reconsider their entire game plans, as the psychological edge of seeing both Garrett and Donald on the same front line is massive. Our path to the playoffs becomes much clearer when we have that kind of veteran leadership anchoring the defensive line. We are moving from a team with high potential to a true juggernaut that is equipped to overwhelm anyone standing in our way. While nothing is official yet, his presence on the practice field is the most tangible evidence we have received since his retirement announcement. If Donald commits to this comeback, he will provide the final piece of the puzzle for a roster that is clearly all in for the Super Bowl this year. The upside of an Aaron Donald return is staggering because it creates a nightmare scenario for opposing offensive lines tasked with containing both him and Myles Garrett simultaneously. As Los Angeles Rams fans, we recognize that our squad is positioned for a serious Super Bowl run in 2026, and adding a generational talent who knows our system inside and out would be the ultimate insurance policy for an already formidable defense. This is where it gets real, as we must weigh that dream against the inherent risks of a veteran coming out of retirement. Physical conditioning is the primary hurdle, as noted by Michael Babcock of TMZ, who observed Donald looking winded after only an hour of drills at the team facility. The league is faster than ever, and asking a player who has been away from the rigors of professional football to immediately regain his peak form is a massive gamble that could disrupt our defensive chemistry if he struggles to keep pace. While the media narrative currently centers on Donald and his connection to the Steelers through his recent pass rush training with Jaquan Brisker, analysts are rightly divided on whether this is a genuine comeback bid or simply a legend staying active. To be honest, I think the excitement surrounding his appearance is slightly overblown by those desperate for a headline. While it is encouraging to see him back on our practice field, we have to remember that being in shape for a workout and being in shape for an NFL Sunday are two entirely different worlds. My honest take here is that while a limited situational role for Donald would be a dream come true for our roster, we must remain grounded and focus on the depth we have already built to ensure we do not over-rely on a hero of the past. The potential return of Aaron Donald signifies a massive shift for our franchise as we transition from a rebuilding phase into a genuine championship window under the direction of Sean McVay. Seeing him back on the grass at our facility serves as a testament to our aggressive, all-in philosophy led by Stan Kroenke. What nobody is talking about is how much the addition of Myles Garrett has changed the culture, turning this locker room into a destination for superstars aiming for a ring. As fans, you should feel a sense of renewed optimism and pride because this shows that we are done waiting for the future and are ready to claim glory right now. The thought of pairing a legend like Donald with a talent like Garrett is the kind of dream scenario that defines iconic eras in professional football. We have moved past the years of developing young talent to fill gaps and are instead building a roster that functions as a juggernaut. Even if his workload is managed, his mere presence brings a level of intensity and wisdom that money simply cannot buy. This move is not just about nostalgia, it is about securing the missing piece of our defensive identity. We are no longer hoping for a playoff appearance, as we are now legitimately positioning ourselves as the team to beat in the entire league. This is a rare moment of luxury for us as spectators. Given that he looked tired after his hour of drills, do you believe Aaron Donald has enough left in the tank to be a starting defensive anchor for a full 16-game season? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Ram it. I'll see you in the next one.